Hi, Pam DuBois with Dream Real Estate. Today I have with me special guest Catherine Gail Turner with Good Books LLC. Catherine is going to talk to us today about micro businesses and small businesses. And if you have a small business, what you need to do to get your small business going up and running, and a lot of special helpful tips that she's going to share with us today. First, Catherine, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, first of all, for having me on the show, Pam.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate that. So again, Catherine Turner, the owner of Good Books LLC, and I got started because I've been a business owner for quite a few years, but my background is finance and financial services and accounting. So what I wanted to do as I began to think about increasing my business presence and professional presence was to help other small business owners with the same thing. And so I help those small business owners with regard to their administrative excellence, their financial strength, as well as their operational growth.
Wow, quite a mouthful there, right?
Yes.
So if I'm a small business and I come to you for services, what would your advice be to me first?
Okay, so my advice would be for a small business to first of all really develop a healthy mindset about business. It's very different than being an employee. So I came up with a nice little acronym called MAT, M-A-T. And so I help small businesses by taking them through what I call the MAT process.
Okay. Well, tell us about the MAT process since we're talking about that.
Okay, great. So first of all, the M stands for mindset. And what I found when it came to mindset was it was so important, first of all, to develop your own mantra. So I developed my own mantra, which is believe in yourself when no one else does.
Yeah,
right?
I like that.
Stay focused and stay positive. So as a small business owner, it's so important that you do that.
Yeah,
right? And then,
I agree with you.
Yes, definitely. And then secondly, the A is to have an accountability partner. All right, that's so key, and I can certainly share a little bit more about that in a little bit. And then last but not least, to have the right team members to help your business grow.
Well, let's talk about the accountability partner. How do you find an accountability partner? How would I find an accountability partner, let's say?
Great. So like, for example, myself, we're sitting down, I'm an accountability partner. Last year, I actually wrote my first book.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's called Mama May. And so I'm really excited about that. And what I found was I have an accountability partner to help me write that book. And it's really great. With an accountability partner, you have clear deadlines, and you are going to meet those deadlines much better. So just like with a small business, it's important. People have dreams and things that they want to do for years, but because they don't have an accountability partner, they'll sometimes fail to do it. Sometimes
no one to push them.
Exactly. Sometimes we'll fail ourselves, but when you have someone that's spending their time and resources to help you, it's less likely that you'll fail. So having an accountability partner is really important, and that's how I was able to do that. And then last but not least, having the right team members.
And how do you find the right team members?
That comes with having a good accountability partner. All right. So I have gone to many different workshops, and that are sponsored a lot of times by the county, Prince George's County, where I'm a resident. And what I found is all the different workshops are so helpful, but then bringing it all together is really what's cool. So that accountability partner helps you get the right team. One thing I learned by going and joining a networking group called the Bi-County Business Roundtable in Prince George's County was that to be good at business, I needed to have the right team, and part of that was having an acronym called BALI, B-A-L-I.
Tell us about that.
Having a banker, an accountant, a lawyer, and an insurance professional. And what I found is I began to really increase my business offerings and the different services I was offering is that I needed more. So I'm actually going to write another book, my second one, on 7 team members that every small business should have.
Wow, 7 team members. So tell us about that, 7 team members. So we have 4. We've got the banker, the lawyer, the accountant, and what was the last one?
Insurance professional.
Insurance,
Yeah. So there's some others. So one of them, for example, is making sure that you have a good a web developer as well as a person who is a graphic designer. That's one of them.
The technical side of it.
Definitely. Because here you are, you have these great products or services to offer, but then all of a sudden, how are you presenting yourself? And I can tell you, I tried to do it myself.
No, you can't.
On some of those, it doesn't work very well.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And it's just, if you're going to be a professional in a small business, you might as well go ahead and just cater out to the other professionals in the field that's going to help you grow your business instead of you spending time trying to do all of it.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense,
It
right?
doesn't.
Yeah, and it takes up your time and all your efforts and everything. So tell us the difference between a micro business and a small business.
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
So, of course, a small business is actually a broader definition of a business.
Okay.
And with a small business, according to the SBA, it's businesses that have less than 1,500 employees.
Okay. Wow.
Right. So, for most of us, in fact, most businesses are actually micro businesses that represent maybe 50% of businesses across the country.
Okay.
And a micro business can have less than 6 employees or even none.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you yourself and I, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So I found as a micro business myself, what are some things that can really help other micro businesses? And that's where, the MAT.
That's a great point.
Works.
That's a great point. I wouldn't think a small business would have that many employees. I guess up to 1,500. But to me, that would be a big business. But
I know. I know. Yeah, it seems like it, but actually, that a micro business is a subset of a small business, and when we're that small, we're actually micro.
Wow.
But we're still doing great things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about the small business mentality.
Okay.
You and I are small business owners. Basically, there are a lot of self-employed real estate professionals out there that actually would want to use your service. Tell us a little bit about what you could do for them.
Okay, so just the acronym, again, going back to MAT.
Okay.
So realtors are in the business of either selling or buying houses and helping consumers to make those really important decisions, one of the biggest decisions they'll make, right? So the first thing we want to do is lay the mat. You go to that house, you have the welcome mat, right?
Yeah.
So going to welcome that small business owner in, and then let's go ahead and talk about the different rooms or the different areas in that house that are important.
Okay.
So what we do is sit down, what's important to you? And that's the same thing you do,
right?
So one of the things that may be important to you is that you want to grow your business, which is really key for micro businesses, that they focus on growth.
Right.
How are you going to grow that business? So let's talk about your administrative excellence. First of all, what type of forms do you have in place to process your clients?
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
A lot of times people get stuck with little things such as, maybe they created a form and maybe they didn't have the lawyer to look at it.
Right.
Or maybe the lawyer looked at it, but there's a key piece of information that they're always having to go back to and ask that client. So let's get that part right. Then let's go to another room, right?
Yeah.
Right? Another room, let's look at your overall operational growth.
Okay.
Right? What are you doing to actually grow your business? Are you paying for leads? Is it word of mouth? What are some things that you're doing? So we'll kind of walk through that process. Yeah. And then last but not least, when it comes to the overall team, I'll help point you in the right direction for that team, to grow that team.
Okay.
And with my background with accounting and finance, there's also some specific things that you may need to help even think about your own team, which is your family, and how you can build wealth in that area.
Okay. Yeah. Talk to us about wealth building. I think that's also one part of what Catherine does, with your business too, right? Wealth building. Tell us about that.
Definitely. With all the years of experience in the financial services field, I found out that so often people were being approached with the product, all right?
Yeah.
And what I found that I loved the most was actually helping a small business or an individual with the process of building wealth.
Right.
All right?
We don't think about that.
Exactly, right. Everyone doesn't need a product, but a lot of times you need to help with the process.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So with wealth, I actually use these purses. And so whether you're, if it's a lady or a gentleman, I talk about the 3 purses or the 3 pockets that every individual should be building wealth in.
Okay.
All right? So whether that's going to be wealth that's built for things that are taxable now, tax deferred, or never taxed again.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we try to build some wealth in each one of those purses and make sure that you're taken care of. A lot of small business owners are putting a lot of money into the business and making sure that the business is growing. But let's make sure that we're growing too, our bottom lines. And growing.
Well, tell us about the different purses.
Okay.
Well, what are the different purses?
Okay, great, yes. So for a lady, the first thing we talk about is the garnet purse. Okay. So the garnet purse, you probably say, why did I select garnet?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm a January baby. Okay. And so January is the beginning of the year. So every year has a beginning. Yeah. And anyone who's trying to build wealth, you have to have a beginning.
Exactly.
Right. So the garnet purse, we're going to talk about what's in that purse. Some of the things in that purse may include, your salary, what you're earning. If you're self-employed, what's going in there? What's coming out? How do you manage your debt within that purse? All right.
Wow, interesting.
How do you manage your credit score? That's something that's important right now.
Okay.
All right. Then we talk about the next purse, which is going to be the golden purse.
Okay.
Okay. With the golden purse, let's then talk about long-term goals.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So of course we're talking about retirement planning and also real estate. Real estate's a very important part of long-term wealth building.
Yeah, great investment.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And then thirdly, I have the emerald purse.
Okay.
You know, and I was able to get a trademark on this whole
That's
process.
awesome.
Yeah, really exciting, about 4 years ago. And with the emerald purse, we're now going to talk about how we can build wealth that's never going to be taxed again.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great, because everybody would like to do that, right?
Exactly.
Nobody wants to be taxed, right?
No, not at all. Not
so
at
that's great. I love the way that you actually put it in so simple breakups, the way you've done that. Just makes it so easy to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty exciting to really help people in a way that they can grow, you know, to teach them, inspire, motivate, and encourage them in a way that's simplistic, and then they can reach those goals.
Okay. That's great. Tell us other areas that you actually focus on with the small businesses. Are there different areas, other areas that you focus on?
Okay, so within that wealth building, some of the things that we're going to talk about, of course, after we talk about some of your wants and your needs and, you know, going down through the acronym, but actually helping a small business to make sure they have adequate protection.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot of time people don't like to talk about insurance, you know, things like that, or even building some type of a retirement plan. But there's so many things that a small business can do. And for example, what's your succession plan for your business? You know, have you thought about, do you want your business to live on after you?
Yeah.
You know, so
I'm gonna have to hire you.
Let's do it. yeah. I'd love to really sit down and have that conversation. And really it's about helping you think. As your accountability partner, Pam, I would just help you think about where you are and where you want to be.
Yeah, and things that I normally wouldn't even think about, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sorry, we're getting so close to the end here. You want to share your contact information and share your book with us? We'd love to hear how to reach you.
Absolutely, yes. I can be reached at www.catherinegailturner.com. That's CatherineGailTurner, CatherineGailTurner.com. And also, you can, if you want to learn about my book, and it really gets to the why of how I started my business and growing up as a child, some of the obstacles that I encountered. It's on Amazon as well under Mama May. You can see MAMAE, or at CatherineGailTurner.com. So definitely excited. Also, I can be reached on my website, or I can be reached telephonically.
Okay. You want to give your number?
Yes. So that's going to be 301-379-6888.
Yeah.
That's how you can reach me.
Thank you so much for being with us, Catherine. This is wealth of information, great information for us. We look forward to seeing you again next Saturday on Fox 5 Plus. Thank you again, Dream Real Estate, Pam DuBois. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.